It always makes me feel a little bit sick. Oh, Darren, this isn't the studio.
Well, it'll have to do for now. I don't think I can portal again. Stand by for Robo-Spew!
No, Darren! No! Don't you do it, Darren!
Darren, you poor thing. Let's get stuck into this review and that'll take your mind off it. Aperture Tag takes us back to the infamous Aperture Science Labs, only this time we're thinking without portals. Portal 2 is one of our favourite games ever, and one of the few games that we've given a perfect score of double 10 rubber chickens. Seeing Aperture Tag pop up had us excited to get back into the lab.
Aperture Tag is a mod of Portal 2 made by fans of the series. It's not a standalone download though, you will need to own Portal 2 to be able to play it.
Mod is short for modification, and it means the developers have changed the original code of the game to make it operate differently. Most mods are free, so I was surprised to see a price tag attached to this game, particularly since there are already so many free Portal 2 levels available online.
Well, the developers try to justify this by not just delivering levels, but an entirely new Aperture adventure. It's all very familiar at the start. You wake up to the sound of a detached voice that gleefully encourages you while also guiding you towards the deadly test chambers.
I know that bed might look comfy, but we've got much to do, so please exit your room.
After a while, you'll meet the face that's attached to the voice that's been guiding you, Nigel. And while he may look a lot like our old friend Wheatley, sadly he is far from it.
Sometimes I wish I had legs so I could do what you do, but then I remembered the other things we do to test subjects.
I found the voice acting and the writing to be a bit underwhelming.
I agree, Barjo. Of course, not all robots harbour a dashing, sophisticated and personable operating system like me, but Nigel is just bland.
Okay, I know you're wondering what you are holding. Don't worry, it'll all make sense as we progress.
It's clear that the writers have tried hard to mimic Portal's style of humour, but unfortunately, all of the jokes fall flat.
Yeah, there are some cringe-worthy gags, aren't there? But humour is only part of what makes the Portal games great. The rest is the puzzles. But of course, there's one very big difference between this mod and the Portal series. There's no portal gun.
Affirmative. This is all about the bounce and speed gels that were introduced in Portal 2. Once you've collected your fancy new gel gun, you're ready to get painting. Blue gel lets you jump higher, and you can bounce off it like a trampoline. And orange gel gives you a speed boost when you run across it.
There are 27 levels to beat across 4 chapters, but the first chapter feels like a big tutorial, which is a bit strange considering 99% of people playing this mod would probably have played through Portal 2. I appreciate the refresher course, but it just took way too long to get to the meatier puzzles.
I agree. However, once you get through all that, there are some genuinely difficult puzzles which make good use of the 2 gels and require some skilled timing. The game can be pretty tough in some sections, but there's a good checkpoint system, so you're free to experiment with trial and error.
There are also some clever new additions, such as the Fizzler. This is a force field which disables one or both of your gels as you pass through it. By limiting your gel-laying abilities, the game forces you to think differently about obstacles.
And how fun is that speed run?
If you stop for even a second, you are a dead test subject. No time to lose. Go!
This is a timed skilled level which sees you surfing your way through a deadly gauntlet. It's pretty tricky but super satisfying.
Yeah, my only issue with that level is that there should have been more of them. It's in these moments that the game feels like Portal, and that's a good thing.
But what are you guys going to give it?
Well, Aperture Tag is at its best when it's making you think hard and work harder, but I just didn't feel like that happened enough in the 4 hours or so of gameplay, so I'm giving it 6 rubber chickens.
I think the story and characters are the game's weak points, and that's a real shame because that's what was supposed to set this apart from all the other Portal mods. It's hard to justify this purchase. I'm giving it 5.